Following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Wednesday, January 26th, 2022. I am Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the King of Afternoon Drive Radio. So, are you ready, Clemaniacs? If so, then let's give it up for Clem in the PM.
Stood and looked down. You know I lost a lot of friends there, baby. I got no time to mess around. So if you want it, got to bleed, boy, baby. Yeah, got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. Ha, got to bleed, baby. Ain't talking about love. The love is running to the core.
Hello, Hudson Valley. Wow, Van Halen. Woo! Getting us started on this Hump Day Wednesday. What better to get us going than a little VH? Obviously, today, Eddie's birthday. The late, great Eddie Van Halen, a little respect tribute right there. Ain't talking about love. We're talking everything else except love today. I'll save that for Kevin and Roxanne. Don't forget, buy your Valentine's requests. What is it? Info sales at WRCR.com, but we'll get to that later. Right, Kev? It's sales at WRCR.com?
Yes, it is.
All right. I'll get to the Valentine's love package later. Kevin, how are you feeling on this beautiful Wednesday?
I'm feeling good. I mean, it's a nice day out. I like it cold, so it's cold. There's snow on the way. I mean, I'm feeling good.
Wow. So you're really excited for the snow. And Kathy checking in on YouTube, yes, on Facebook, I mean. I'm all for snow. I mean, and YouTube, Kathy, Facebook and YouTube, you get the award. So it's supposed to, the forecast is a little up there now. I'm talking almost a foot.
Yeah, I mean, it's varying. I mean, I don't think they really know for sure what's going to fall, but as we get closer to it, I guess they'll narrow it down. You know, we'll see what they come up with.
I hope it's what our resident weatherman Mark Hannick refers to as a classic Rockland County nothing. Fist away and don't talk into the mic. Okay. Yes, a classic Rockland County nothing is what we're looking for and hoping for. At least I am. I know you and Bang Bang Lewis, hope for the snow, but I'll be happy if it's like 4 inches or less. So then that's coming when? Friday or Saturday? If at all.
It seems like it's going to start at some point on Friday and continue through Saturday morning.
Oh, that stinks. All right, well, we'll stay tuned for that, boys and girls. Stay here on WRCR for your weather. Pinpoint that pattern of snow that's lurking in our area. God. All right, so did you have your therapist today?
Yeah, I did, and once again, I look forward to it every week because really kind of puts things into perspective and really sort of shows me, what I can do, and it's always a good time. Now, you went to your guy, right?
Yeah, I went to my guy today. I pulled up in the work van, covered with soot. The first job I went to was I told the lady I could stop by prior to going to my therapist. Job in Nyack. Fireplace was dirty. I was there by myself. So not only was I covered in soot, but I was also in my van. Not the most comfortable area, but I will say this. The end result is it was phenomenal. What a great session. I really needed to be there. We talked about a lot. Things I knew, things that are quite obvious, but just being able to talk about them, reiterate, the correct things to do and whatnot, and getting an understanding. It really was a home run today. I really felt I got a lot out of today's session, and I do with all of them. But today was really just a fantastic day, and I'm grateful and blessed for not just today, but every day that I have with Dr. Barry Fitzgerald. So, all right. So Kev's doing good. I'm doing good. We hope you out there in Clemville and WRCR Radio Land are doing good. No game today. That could only mean tomorrow or Friday. All right. So you want to be tuned in when we get. I don't know the name. I haven't officially named this game, but it is one of our more challenging ones. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So that'll go down tomorrow or Friday. Tune in and find out. Tomorrow, what I know for certain is I'm going out with Steve, unless he's got to cancel for some reason. Hopefully not. I mean, like I said, there's not many people I like, and there's even less people I like hanging out with. But Steve is definitely one of those guys. So I look forward to our get-togethers, bi-weekly, unless something obviously comes up. And the last few weeks, we've had a little interruptus in the plans. So hopefully tomorrow, we'll be down for that. Look forward to that. I look forward also, I might even have a double date. Tomorrow, Arthur might get him early, grab a quick dinner, and then go out with Steve after. I got to confirm, tie together a few ends. What's up, Kev?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Maybe Dave must be doing something behind the scenes because now I hear myself much more. But it's all good. All right, so it's Wednesday, it's hump day. We are here in Clemville, the place where you come for your radiotherapy. You don't need a prescription. You don't need a doctor's note. You don't need an examination. You just come and it's administered to all via radio on AM 1700, online at WRCR.com, and of course, smart speakers everywhere. And for those of you that want a double dose of that radiotherapy, obviously you'll be tuning in to YouTube or to Facebook or both, like Kathy. I mean, that's insanity right there. Tuning into both. I mean, she deserves an award. All right. Talk about awards. I'll be giving myself one after the show. I just feel greatness upon us. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Woo!
It's great music that doesn't get in the way of your work. AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Love is in the air.
Valentine's Day is coming.
And February is also National Organ Donor Day on the 15th and the American Heart Association Heart Month.
Send a message of love and affection to partners, family, and friends by purchasing a WRCR Valentine's greeting. For just $25, your message will be read live on the air Saturday, February 12th between 5 and 7 p.m. on a special show hosted by Roxanne Watson and Kevin Thomas.
We'll be playing love songs, reading Valentine's messages on the air. Just email your Valentine greeting, 20 words or less, to sales@WRCR.com.
You'll receive a confirmation and payment instructions. Then make sure you tell all your loved ones and even the people who hate you to tune in to WRCR AM 1700 or WRCR.com February 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. for our special Share the Love Valentine's Show.
Happy Valentine's!
Direct from the UK, the Faba Show comes to the Paramount Hudson Valley Theatre on Friday, February 11th. The world's top ABBA tribute show, said the London Times. The Faba Show is the sensational, authentic, and truly magical tribute to ABBA. Tickets available at the theater box office or at ParamountHudsonValley.com. Again, the Faba Show is on Friday, February 11th at the Paramount Hudson Valley Theater. Tickets at ParamountHudsonValley.com. Don't miss this special night of ABBA.
Hi, I'm Kevin Thomas, host of The Good with Kevin Thomas, every weekday at 2 p.m. I've got positive stories and music to get you through your afternoon. It's the daily boost you need, and it's on 5 days a week. The Good with Kevin Thomas, keeping you smiling. Weekdays at 2 after Stardust Memories and before CLEM in the PM, right here on WRCR and WRCR.com.
Now let's take a look at the roads and Hudson Valley traffic.
Well, as usual, the northbound side of the Hutch is heavy coming out of the Bronx into the Cross County, and westbound Cross County delays real heavy now from the New York State Thruway onto the northbound side of the Sawmill. Once you're on the Sawmill northbound heading up toward Ardsley and 287, everything looks good. Sprain, Bronx River Parkway, New England Thruway, they're all good. The traffic on 287 is fine. Tappan Zee Bridge, no delays. Rockland County, no delays on the Thruway or the Palisades. And traffic is sponsored by Indeed.com. If your new year calls for more hiring, check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job. Post today after visiting Indeed.com/credit. And from the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm Chris Majette.
Weather for tonight, mostly clear with a low around 7 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 29. Wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. For Thursday night, a 20% chance of snow after 1 a.m., otherwise increasing clouds with the low around 21. For Friday, a 30% chance of snow, otherwise cloudy with a high near 34. For Saturday, snow likely mainly before 1 p.m., otherwise cloudy with a high near 23. And for Sunday, sunny with a high near 25 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
It's currently 27 degrees in Rockland County.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Going to warm up next week after we get this fierce snowstorm. But stay tuned closely to your radio WRCR.com, or your smart. We will keep you in the loop. Pattern that it's taking as we get closer. So tomorrow, I'm sure Mark will have a little bit more detail. How's Mark doing? I don't know. I heard I caught it late today. Was Mark even on? Did he get hurt? Did Mark fall down again? Like, I missed the show this morning. I know they were talking about it. Did Mark get hurt, Kev?
I don't know. I missed it too.
All right. I caught some part of it. They were talking about Mark, how he should go into a care center. Someone was saying how he could play bingo. He could do horseshoes, swimming, a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know if there was another incident. I mean, at this point, I think we all agree the best thing for Mark is to go into some sort of, care center that can attend to his needs. Yes, Kev.
We've got Julie on the line. She's got a joke for you.
All right. Jokes to Julie. How are you today?
I'm hunky-dory, thank God. How are you? Oh, I've heard you talked to Kevin about it, so you're doing great.
I'm doing great. God bless.
Here's
Absolutely.
my joke.
All right.
What is a baby camel's favorite nursery rhyme?
What is a baby camel's favorite nursery rhyme?
Yeah.
Huh. What is a baby camel's favorite nursery rhyme? Hickory dickory dock.
Ready?
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Hump day.
I like
Dumpty.
that. Humpty Dumpty and hump, and it's hump day. You tied it all together. I am going to give you a ding ding ding. All right, so thank you for once again putting a smile on my face. Hump day, Humpty Dumpty, camel, the hump. That's more than a joke right there. That's like a whole meal of laughter. Thank you.
God bless you guys.
God bless you. God bless
Take
you.
care.
We love you. Now, is that the same lovely lady, Kev, who comments on your posts about the show The Good? Because I see a Julie commenting on your posts quite frequently.
Yes. Yes. Loyal fan, and I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, even if we came on the radio and made someone's day, one person's day from our show, your show, my show, Brian Avenue Bob's show, we've done our duty. Obviously, when we want to, let's do it for hundreds of thousands or hundreds or thousands, whatever it is. But even one person who walks away from that radio saying, wow, they made my day. That show was great. It made my day. What more could you ask for?
Exactly.
Right. A high-paying salary to come along with entertaining that one person. All right. So anyway, we are back here. And Julie started us off with a joke. What is a camel's favorite nursery rhyme? Humpty Dumpty. I used to get kind of wigged out from that, like thinking of like this egg was on a wall, he fell over and cracked. Like I would always look at eggs strange. Like I'd look at them and like take like a weird look, like can you fall over and crack? Are you Humpty Dumpty? They're like, when I was younger, when story first came out, I remember being somewhat, I don't want to say intrigued is the word, but somewhat maybe confused by the Humpty Dumpty story, the egg falling over and cracking. I have a tough time cracking eggs. All right, so listen. Someone asked me today, what is your show about? And I said, well, we advocate for mental health, mental illness, and it's entertainment. And, some people, find it funny. Some people don't. We play games, whole bunch of stuff. But really, when I see stories like this, and I saw 3 of them, 2 last week, and then today, a more famous person. The other 2 were relatives of famous people. And this one really, really hit me because you would think that this guy had a great life. Why would he take his own life? So Peter Robbins, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure you know the name Charlie Brown, the Peanuts cartoons that ran forever. I mean, I look forward to their holiday specials, unless they're going to be canceled out there. But Peter Robbins, the voice actor who brought Charlie Brown to life, passed away last week, and by his own hand, he took his own life. And he was bipolar. He was battling addiction to alcohol and drugs, so he was in a dark place a lot of times. And he sadly, was involved in an incident where he was jailed for several years because he threatened people when he had a bipolar meltdown. And he did come out of there saying he was more humble and grateful and thankful that he had lived through that experience. And sadly, though, the demons that were haunting him were able to convince him that the only option was to take his own life. So I just want to, and I can't even believe I'm reading this number. Like, how long have they been talking about FCC going to a 3-digit, number for, whether you're suicidal or you're having a mental health meltdown? 1-800-273-8255 is the phone number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And I'm in shock that it still hasn't been changed to that 3-digit number. What I think it was 886, whatever it was, or what it should be, it's not. So Peter Robbins, just another person who overcome by their thoughts, maybe their disillusions, their illness, the moment that they're in. Just know, everybody, that there's always going to be a better day. You just got to ride out the storm. And what you need to do is, when you're riding out that storm, put yourself around people that can help you, whether they're professionals or good friends. One, the other, or both are critical. For me, it was my wife, and then meeting this guy, Barry, all, coinciding at the same time, that helped me get out of my darkest spot. But then when I see a story like this, and I read 2 others in a span of a week that were really sad stories. One lady was, I forgot her name, her son. They were very close. Very, very close. And he had a cryptic post that he needs to get off Instagram because it's just not good for his mental health. And sadly took his life on his birthday. I had a student of mine, gym teacher, when I was gym teacher. Not the year that I taught him, but several years later, when he left school and had gone on to the junior high, he took his life on Mother's Day. And right in the tree in the backyard, his mom actually came home and found him hanging on Mother's Day. So that was just traumatic for a lot of people. And the sadness it leaves behind, the questions, the uncertainty. Sarge checking in all the way from North Carolina. Sarge, how are you doing? Sarge, I'm moving downstairs. My mom's moving to Florida. We're making a bar. Your mugs are going up. Yes. Sarge checking in from North Carolina. All right. So suicide is not the answer. It's not the solution. But sadly, it won't be the last time someone takes their life. I'm sure before the show is over, several other people nationwide will have taken their life because they just couldn't see the sun coming up, the brightness. For whatever reason, they decided that was the only option. So it's important to know that any given day we may come across somebody who's in that state of mind. And one compliment, one smile, holding a door for somebody, it may be a lifeline. Someone can grab onto that, saying the world isn't so bad. There are good people out there. Someone does care about me. I'm not ugly. Someone, complimented me, so I'm not as ugly as I think. You never know. So that's why it's important. And again, I'm talking to myself that at every opportunity, we do something nice. We say something nice. our actions are good actions. Because we may end up saving someone's life and we never even knew it. So just a little talk about, how it all started out. The Clemental Health Show, then it was Clemental Health Show, right? And what was it? It was then the P. Clemental Show. The Clem and the PM, the Clemental Health Show was really focused on like mental illness, deep into it. But after a while, that gets sad, depressing, and kind of whatnot. So we've evolved, but we'll never forget the roots. And the roots are this: people with or without mental illness can be suicidal. Obviously, those that are dealing with mental illness are more susceptible to it. But any rash of events that someone views negative, whether it's financial, relationship, physical ailment, it can put somebody in a state of mind where they just act on it like they just irrationally and unreasonably act on it. So I'm just, once again, when I see suicide, it just pops out, especially someone like this who, the voice of Charlie Brown, and so, he was worth quite a bit of money, and, like money means nothing. Money's just money. Those that have money and nothing else, all they have is money. They have nothing else. And money, it don't make you happy. It makes life easier. But an easier life don't necessarily mean a happier life. So, do what you can when you're out there in this world to make somebody's day. The other day was National Compliment Day. We spoke about that. I talked to my kids, my two ones that I dropped off at school. Try to make somebody's day. We should be doing this every day. Just one person a day. Just say that. I said to, we were at soccer practice the other day. One of the moms came in. He was dressed lovely. And I said, wow, don't you look lovely? And one of the other moms said, oh my God, you are so good, so kind, da-da-da-da-da-da. So she acknowledged my kind gesture. And the other mother was very receptive of that, not in a way like, oh my God, this is feminism, male chauvinistic, blah, blah, blah. No, it was just a nice thing to say because she did look lovely. Normally, we're all running around and, coming after work and this and that. It was a Sunday morning. We had soccer practice. Coach threw a soccer practice on a Sunday morning. They were going to church afterwards and she was all dressed up nice. So, you say something nice to somebody, puts a smile on their face, and you know what? Could change their day. So let's work more towards that. Let's hopefully not have to read or see suicides. Let's hope obviously nothing like that hits us close at home, a friend, a coworker. And if someone says, maybe just in jest or, I'm just kidding, I just said that, makes a reference to taking their life, or God, I just wish I was dead. You're not a professional, but even just a friendly talk with somebody. Hey, you okay? Is there something you want to talk about? I know you were only kidding, but, other people have in the past said that and they were overlooked and something happened. I just want to make sure you're all right. And again, I don't even know if that's the right thing to say, but I would think that you want to be an ear for somebody. Yeah, Kev.
We got Rosemary on the line.
Does your slap? Yes, Transistor. How are you?
Oh, how are you? I don't want to interfere with your clemologue, but I just want to say something else. When I volunteered for Historical Society in Ossining, the quietest, withdrawn people, if I knew they had animals, it seems very simple, yet it's kind of very profound. If you know somebody has animals and you ask about them, they come out of their shell, and because they forget about their problems and themselves, and they just talk about their animals like, their babies, sometimes more than their children.
No, I agree. That's a great connecting point is pets and animals, because obviously if you have a pet or you've had an animal, you have that affection for it, and there's always a story or two to be told and shared. So no, I agree. That's a great point. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later. And, I forgot to tell you, it's Clemonologue, not Clemologue. Like when I say clemolog, it just thinks like, I'm going to the bathroom, like I just laid a clemolog. But clemonolog is like what I'm doing at 3 o'clock. I am giving my clemonolog. Oh, well, maybe this, because it's 3:40, this might be my clemolog. I don't know. What do I know?
I don't know much.
Oh, yeah, good. That means the internet's up and running smooth. This computer's all jammed up. Dave was explaining to me, like, what do I don't know nothing. So Dave's explaining to me about the computer. I need a little more juice. And talk about juice. Oh, it's 3:40. You know what? When we get back, I'm going to give a little rant on the Hall of Fame, all the nonsense going on with that. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Woo!
If it concerns the Hudson Valley, it concerns us. AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Hello, this is John Wicks. Days are getting longer and spring will soon be here. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean your plants don't need help. Unlike us, they can't hide from the weather. At Wicks Arborists, we work year-round and are trained to look for potential problems such as dead or dangerous trees to ensure that your family is safe during winter storms. Call us at 845-354-3400 or visit us on the web at wicksarborist.com. Set up treatment programs now for your trees, shrubs, lawn, or to help control deer ticks, mosquitoes, or poison ivy. We can also help manage those pesky deer that eat your valuable plants. Contact us now before the busy spring season begins. Like us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or visit us at wicksarborist.com. Call now, 845-354-3400. Wicks Arborist, where your property is.
We all want to live healthier lives and make good decisions. Join me, Carrie Potter, on the second Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. for House Calls, a health series brought to you by Good Samaritan Hospital. Each show will feature a different health topic and specialist. Your calls and questions are welcome. That's the second Thursday of the month at 5 p.m. for House Calls, brought to you by Good Samaritan Hospital. Advancing care here.
Marcello's Ristorante in Suffern offers unparalleled Italian cuisine in both small and large plates, as well as an extensive wine and cocktail menu. Visit marcellosgroup.com for reservations, find out about their cooking classes, chef's table, and elegant events catering. Bring home Marcello's hand-picked products, extra virgin olive oils, artisanal pasta, and more. Marcello Russo DeVito is live on the morning show every Friday at 8:45 a.m. Call in with your cooking questions and find out about the latest specials. Visit marcellosgroup.com.
When winter storms hit, WRCR is your total information source.
Delays, postponements, and cancellations.
Frequently updated weather forecasts from our exclusive meteorologist, Mark Hannick.
Direct reports from road crews who are out there making it safe for you to travel.
They'll tell you which roads are passable or whether it's advisable to just stay put.
It's a total team effort, and we win every time.
So stay right here throughout the winter.
AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Your total winter weather information source.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. We have a good ride getting in through Dutchess County. 9G, there was a crash in Red Hook. It has been cleared northbound by Broadway. Little pockets on 52 both ways, 84 to 9. Looks good on 84, no problems on 684. Bronx River Parkway, stall vehicle, the left turning lane in Eastchester southbound at Leewood Drive, exit 9. Dutch northbound, you've got delays for exit 4B to the Cross County. That's stop and go. Way's looking good, so is 95. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Raise your hand if you like burritos. Put a Taco Bell $2 beefy belt burrito in that hand. Seasoned beef with a 3 blend. Put another beefy belt burrito in the hand. Not participating Taco Bell stores. Time only. Price and participation vary. Tax extra. Hudson Valley Traffic Center. I'm John Grameyer.
Weather. For tonight, mostly clear with a low around 7 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 29. Wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. For Thursday night, a 20% chance of snow after 1 a.m., otherwise increasing clouds with the low around 21. For Friday, a 30% chance of snow, otherwise cloudy with a high near 34. For Saturday, snow likely mainly before 1 p.m., otherwise cloudy with a high near 23. And for Sunday, sunny with a high near 25 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
It's currently 27 degrees in Rockland County.
All right, and temperature's going down. Snow's on its way. How much will it be? Stay tuned here on WRCR. So, before we get to the Hall of Fame rant, I do want to talk about the Valentine's Day offerings that we're giving here at WRCR. As it approaches February 14th, the annual Share the Love Valentine's Special show, which is hosted by Roxanne Watson. You heard her this morning. And our very own Kevin Watson. What am I? I'm marrying them. Kevin Thomas. That'd be some Valentine's show.
That's quite a show.
Kevin's going to propose to Roxanne, and I'm going to be the Pastor Rich is going to marry them. All right. So you could be part of the show by buying a radio Valentine for your special loved one, your significant other, family member, or even the mail carrier. For just $25, your message of 20 words or less will be read on the air in between a mix of love songs. And who better to pick out those love songs than our main man, Kevin Thomas and Roxanne? You know she's got a thing for those great love jams. I mean, she has that segment, Dear Roxy, so she knows a little bit about love. Send your message to sales@WRCR.com. That, by the way, will be played on February 12th. So you get your weekend off right with a little love message, your message of love. So send your messages to sales@WRCR.com. Wait, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Send your messages to sales@WRCR.com by February 13th. But the show's on the 12th. Who wrote this? We need a retake on this. This makes no sense. This is obviously a technical error. You must send your message to sales@WRCR.com before February 12th, not by February 13th. The show will be over. Am I wrong for saying that? I think I'm correct.
No, you are not wrong for saying
The
that.
show is on the 12th and you send it on the 13th. Who's going to be reading it? The custodian. I mean, come on now. Listen, I know they're under a lot of stress over there. Bang, bang, Kerry. Who wrote this? It's beautiful, by the way. I love the wordage. The picture's lovely. But you can't submit it by the 13th. Come on, now, get it in by tomorrow. I want everybody tonight writing 20 words, some sort of quick love message, and submit it to sales@WRCR.com. You got nothing to worry about, all right? We're not going to the 13th. This is obviously a typo. Correction need to be made. So stay at home on the 12th. Light the candles. Have some dinner, a little wine. I'll throw that in. Wine makes it even more romantic. And listen to WRCR to hear your special Valentine message live on the air. Yeah, Kev.
See, I don't know about wine because there's just so much complaining going around, you know.
And he's gone into the night. Now, that was good, though. I mean, that was kind of like Julie's joke, like wine, because, wine, like you whine, you complain. I got to tell you, I'm learning a lot of big words from listening to BT. Tierney and Tiki, I'm giving them a shot. I'm listening to them because I like sports radio. And he says a lot of big words. I've been going to the Oxford Dictionary at least 3, 4, 5 times during their show. I've definitely become smarter listening to their show. Sadly, you boys and girls become dumber coming to Clemville. But at least you're getting that radio therapy that you deserve. All right, so the Hall of Fame, David Ortiz was voted into the Hall of Fame. Everybody else, they left out. I mean, Kurt Schilling, Barry Bonds. Who else they leave out? Roger Clemens. A whole litany of people. Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds. Sosa. Now, Me personally, I think the Hall of Fame should be based only on what you've done as a baseball player. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. They should have an area for the perfect players. Like Joe Schmo batted 300, had 1,200 runs batted in, 6,400 stolen bases, and he was an angel. He never committed a sin in his life. He didn't have a secret life that we didn't know about. You know, this is the most foolish thing. This is why baseball sucks. Baseball stinks. I'm telling you, it's killing itself. The younger generation will be just tuning it out. Who cares? Honestly, do I really care that they did steroids when baseball was applauding them? Baseball was like somewhat endorsing that. Baseball was allowing it because baseball stunk back then too. So they needed something to make it like more appeasing to the viewers. The ones that were lost, that were bored, that just went to other sports. So all of a sudden, these guys start cracking 500-foot home runs, 80 of them a season. Ridiculous. I mean, who walks a guy with the bases loaded? We've never seen that ever. Babe Ruth wasn't walked with the bases loaded. Now Barry Bonds, bases loaded. They'd rather walk him, give up one run than him hitting a grand slam. These are the stories that must be told in the Hall of Fame. But the problem is, baseball's got it all concocted. They have the guys who are voting to keep out the same guys who they've voted for to give numerous awards. You know, Cy Young winner, you know, batting title, you know, this, whatever it is. All these awards that are given out that writers vote for, now they're voting against that guy. When they voted, when they knew he was on steroids and they voted for him to win these awards, how come then it didn't matter? Yeah, Kev.
This is why I've said for the longest time that baseball writers should not be picking these guys. It should be the former players. It should be the Hall of Famers and the Veterans Committee or something like that. You know, the baseball writers should not be involved. There's too much politics.
Most certainly. Like take a guy like what the hell was his name? Was it Harold Baines? Harold Baines.
Yeah.
Harold Baines. He wasn't a likable guy, right?
He was all right. I mean, his numbers were sort of borderline. You know, a lot of people complained about him being voted in, but I mean, I don't know.
Maybe I used the wrong name.
To me, that was strange.
I'm thinking of another guy. Then there's another guy who's not in the Hall of Fame. He's mentioned a lot. Oh, I know who it is. Is Eddie Murray in the Hall of Fame? He should be.
That's a good question.
Eddie Murray should
be.
Check on that for me, please. It's either Eddie Murphy. Oh, no. It's not Eddie Murray. It's not Eddie Murray. It's going to come to me. Oh, my God. Who is it? It's going to bother me. Somebody help me out there. Not Cecil Fielder. God. Oh, my God. This guy was known as a... I mean, oh, God, I can't... whatever. So, anyway, who was he on the White Sox? It's going to come to me. Anyway, he is not in the Hall of Fame. This person I'm thinking of, I can't get. It's on the tip of my tongue, and it's because he was not open to the media. He just wanted nothing to do with them because he knew how they were. They would write stuff that weren't true. They would write stuff to sell papers. Now they do it to get it's like clickbait. And he just wanted nothing to do with the media. And they held that against him. And one of the writers even said, when we interviewed, how could you not vote him in? I don't like him because of this instance, blah, 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 blah. And he came out and said it. All writers should have to voice why they didn't put this person in. I mean,
or at least make the ballots public.
Of course. I mean, but they'd get ridiculed. They'd get torn. I mean, now with social media, I mean, they'd get torn. you might drive guys to jump off the bridge. Honestly, man, with the amount of slaughter they get raked over the coals on social media. Some of these guys, they couldn't take it. They don't have a spine. You know, they could sit there with a pen and say no to Roger Clemens. And I'm no fan of Roger Clemens. What he did to Mike Piazza was, I mean, one of the most horrific things I've seen in sport ever. But I think based on the dominance of Roger Clemens as a Blue Jay, as a Yankee, you know, whatever else, Red Sox. I mean, this dude, this guy was he on the Blue Jays, Roger Clemens, or just the Red Sox and the Yanks?
Yeah, he was. He was Blue Jays, Astros too, I think.
Right, yes. Okay, so he was a dominant player. Barry Bonds, that's an insult. How do you have not Barry Bonds? You know what you do? In the Hall of Fame, you have the story of Barry Bonds. And I like... That's it. I mean, Barry Bonds, you know, he's a home run hitter. He was accused of steroids. It was never proven, or it was proven. But based on, you know, what he did, you know, we inducted him into the Hall of Fame. You tell the whole story, you know. I mean, that's better than leaving these guys out who have a dingle of a chance to get voted in by some bunch of old bogeys who, you know, have some sort of vendetta against these new younger guys, you know, especially because they obviously were involved in steroids. But the whole thing is a goof. Baseball, it's making itself a laughingstock right now.
There's two things that come to mind, tweets that I saw yesterday after the announcement. One was, you can't tell the story of baseball without Barry Bonds. You know, and the second one was, if you're not going to vote Barry Bonds in, then why are you still recognizing his home run totals?
I agree.
Just thought that was interesting.
No, I agree. There's so many things you could bring up, and the biggest thing is that the writers who vote for it, that they got to go. I mean, that's an insult. The guys who played the sport, the guys who know what it took to become a Hall of Famer, you know, what the time they put in, you know, the work, and you know, baseball, it's like a family. You hear about a guy who works hard, a Ken Griffey Jr., who, you know, comes to the park. He's just not talented. He also put in the time. And, you know, the guys that have played the game, that have connections to the teams, to the new younger players, their sons, their relatives, whatever, they know more than these writers. These writers, what a joke. I mean, it's all really, this is a big slap in the face to baseball that they did to themselves.
And a lot of these writers probably didn't even play Little League, you know. they probably didn't play professionally for sure.
You know, I love the guy who says, I played baseball in college. You know, I mean, come on now. Listen, we're talking about high school, college. That's one thing. That's great. I'm talking about guys, semi-pro even. The guys have made it to the big leagues. They're the ones who made it to the big leagues. They're the ones who are Hall of Famers. It's like you get a special coat, and with that, you get the voting right to now vote for future Hall of Famers. That's what should be. Yeah, Bundy, Dave, my buddy Dave brings up a thing. Kev, what about this, man? I mean, and I know Oliver's probably got an opinion about this one. What about that one guy who didn't vote for Jeter?
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I mean, I wish we all knew who he was. You know? Do you think I mean,
how many times would he have to power wash the front of his house because he got egged, or fill up air in his tires because somebody slashed him? I mean, that's why we don't know who this guy is. It's ridiculous that, you know, okay, if you want to be a voter, you should have to, okay, I reveal my name and this is my vote. That's what comes with having the privilege to be a voter. And if you don't like that, then guess what? Hit the streets. So now guys know that they just can't vote based on their personal feeling or an experience, not on the person's, you know, work, you know, like on their whole career. Everything that they've put out there can be shot down because one writer had a bad experience at a hotel, you know, the day after a guy went 0 for 4 and he caught him in a bar and, you know, he didn't want to talk to him, you know. So it's just BS, man. Again, I'm no big fan of Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Sammy Sosa, or Kurt Schilling, any of those guys really. None of them. It wouldn't matter to me if they didn't get in, but I think what's right is right. And I'm more angry about Pete Rose. I think Pete Rose, the way he played the game, what he did, obviously he's a gambling addict. Take Pete Rose, give him a little seat at the Hall of Fame. Let him talk about gambling, the addiction. Pete likes to talk. Pay him $100 a week. He'll do anything for money. He'll do it naked. He'll do it with a crown on his head. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Pete Rose. Pete, so he should be in the Hall of Fame. That in itself is an injustice. 4 o'clock is already here. Oh, you slept late, Wilbur. Glad you joined us. We'll be right back. Top of the hour. Woo!
AM 1700 WRCR Haverstraw.
Hi, I'm Kevin Thomas, host of The Good with Kevin Thomas, every weekday at 2 p.m. I've got positive stories and music to get you through your afternoon. It's the daily boost you need, and it's on 5 days a week. The Good with Kevin Thomas, keeping you smiling. Weekdays at 2 after Stardust Memories and before CLEM in the PM, right here on WRCR and WRCR.com.
You remember the days when you could turn on your radio and hear songs like this? Well, they're back. Hi, everybody. This is Brian David, Bob Trevero, and I'll be hosting the Do-Up Dream Machine Show this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WRCR 1700 AM and streaming live on WRCR.com. I'll play songs like this that you know and love and introduce you to songs you've never heard, but once you do, you'll get to know and love them as well. I'll take your telephone calls, dedications, and song requests. You say it, and I'll play it. I'll be brought to you by Rick's Club American in Congers, New York. So join me this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Do-Up Dream Machine Show right here on WRCR.
Hello, Hudson Valley. It's Wednesday, January 26, 2022. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. The state's Independent Redistricting Commission has given up trying to come up with new district lines for the state legislature and Congress, giving that responsibility to the Democratic Party-controlled Senate and Assembly instead. The bipartisan group said earlier this week that after 2 attempts at making new maps, negotiations would not continue. Rockland Assemblyman Democrat Ken Zabrowski says the 2 previous attempts to make new maps just weren't good enough.
Rockland things up in a bizarre way that divided communities of interest, divided towns and villages.
Rockland Assemblyman Republican Mike Lawler says the move could result in legal action.
They were very clear back in 2014, and they were very clear this past year when they rejected the cynical attempt to weaken the independent commission. The voters do not want the politicians drawing their own maps. That's simple.
Zabrowski says the legislative task force has to get together quickly and get the political calendar ready for upcoming elections. Primaries are set for June 28th with the candidates' filing deadline of April 7th, and proponents say it's critical that the maps be finalized in the next few weeks. The CDC says more than 100,000 fatal drug overdoses occurred in the first 12 months of the pandemic. Here in Rockland, Sheriff Lou Falco says last year we had around 6 opioid deaths and more than 400 overdoses, both up from previous years. Sheriff Falco says those statistics alone are alarming, but they're probably even higher.
When family members Narcan somebody, we don't have those stats. When you're Narcan and you're taken to the hospital and the police aren't called, so we don't have those stats. And when an ambulance corps or a paramedic does it, there's no obligation to give us those stats. Easily, those numbers are tripled.
Rockland DA Tom Walsh says his office's narcotics task force helps fight the problem, but there are other ways as well.
We need to reach out to those individuals who are addicted and to their families and treat it as an overall social and medical problem. We need to understand that the best way to solve this problem is through active intervention and treatment. But we also understand that we also need the firm hand. We have to deal with those predators that are literally selling death in drugs to the people of Rockland County.
The DA's office has what's called drug court, which was set up over 20 years ago as an alternative to incarceration for certain drug offenders. The drug court connects low-level criminal defendants suffering from substance abuse treatment services in the community. A Nanuet woman was arraigned yesterday after being accused of stealing more than $80,000 from her employer. Rockland County DA Tom Walsh says 48-year-old Margarita Gaina worked as a bookkeeper for Rockland Tree Experts, Wicks Arborists, from 2016 to 2020. Walsh says 60 different times she used the business payroll account to make payments directly to her own bank account. He faces 31 counts, including grand larceny and forgery. Gaina was arraigned in Rockland County Court yesterday and released on her own recognizance. She is due back in court February 8th. Professional racing is coming to Rockland this week, and it's all for a great cause. Professional and league racers from the Autobahn Indoor Speedway, the Orange County Fair Speedway, and other racing venues will compete Thursday to benefit the Nyack Penguin Plunge organization. Plunge co-founder Barbara Noyes says there will even be celebrity racers.
The Orange County Executive House and our very own Rockland County Executive, Ed Day, are going to race against each other to see which county executive will pull this off.
Pete Reynolds is with the Orange County Fair Speedway and says there are special pre-race events that you shouldn't miss.
Spectators are welcome. There is a $15 donation. There's also a silent auction, baskets, racing memorabilia that will be auctioned off. All proceeds will go to the Penguin Plunge.
The event gets underway at the Autobahn Indoor Speedway at Palisades Center in West Nyack Thursday night at 6 o'clock. The Nyack Penguin Plunge helps local kids with high medical bills. For more information, visit their website, penguinplungeny.com. In sports, the New York Boulder Stadium has a new name. It's no longer Palisades Credit Union Park. The new name is Clover Stadium, part of a multi-year naming rights partnership with Fiserv, the provider of financial services technology solutions. Clover is their platform. Meanwhile, Ramapo Supervisor Michael Specht is hopeful that a new field could be put in the stadium for the 2023 season.
It's doable. It's just a question of how is it financed. Is it done by a bond? Is it done by cash payment? Is it done by some arrangement with the team financing it?
Opening day for the Boulders is May 12th. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. Weather's next, then Stardust Memory, Hood, and Clem in the PM. More from us, our website.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. We have a good ride getting in through Dutchess County. 9G, there was a crash in Red Hook. It has been cleared northbound by Broadway. Slow pockets on 52 both ways, 84 to 9. Looks good on 84, no problems on 684. Bronx River Parkway, stall vehicle in the left turning lane in Eastchester southbound at Leewood Drive, exit 9. Hutch northbound, you've got delays from exit 4B to the Cross County at Stop and Go. Your State Thruway is looking good, so is 95. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Raise your hand if you like burritos. Put a Taco Bell $2 beefy melt burrito in that hand. Seasoned beef with a 3-cheese blend. Put another beefy melt burrito in the other hand. You're welcome. At participating Taco Bell stores for limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax extra. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Kremeyer.
Weather for tonight, mostly clear with a low around 7 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 29. Wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. For Thursday night, a 20% chance of snow after 1 a.m., otherwise increasing clouds with the low around 21. For Friday, a 30% chance of snow, otherwise cloudy with a high near 34. For Saturday, snow likely mainly before 1 p.m., otherwise cloudy with a high near 23. And for Sunday, sunny with a high near 25 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 26.
The following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. This is Kevin Thomas, and you are listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clemente.
back here. 4:10 is the official time. I want you to know that, all right? 4:10 is the time. Don't be late on your destination, please. I can't stand people who are late. Not that I can't stand people who are late. I just can't stand the act of being late. It's just a disrespect of someone else's time or an abuse of your own, all right? Use your time wisely. Today is January 26th. It's hump day. It's a Wednesday. If it is your birthday today, happy, healthy, prosperous, beautiful. I mean, everything on this birthday, I want it to be just excellent for you. All right, I wish you a day of happiness. Celebrate it this weekend, a year ahead of health, of growth, and all that good stuff. You share your birthday on this hump day with Ellen DeGeneres. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I like Ellen or not. I mean, I hear stories like behind the scenes. She's not really not like really Ellen. Like it's like a perfect facade. Like she's like Ellen. Everybody loves Ellen. Then behind the scenes, she like takes out a whip, steps on people. I don't know. I mean, I gotta like Rosie O'Donnell. She gets a bad rap, and she came to my ice cream store once, and let me tell you something. We were rapping. I liked her. I mean, you know, she was cool. She really was. You know, she's talking about her son over there and whatnot. She was cool. I got to meet Ellen like one-on-one and kind of get a feel for her. I don't know. I wonder if it's all just a facade. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. But regardless, happy birthday to a very talented woman. I mean, you can't say that she's not talented. She has a knack for entertaining people and does it well. I don't know. There's just something about her. I could just see her behind the scenes, like mistreating her housekeeper, like taking out a whip. All right, when they say the great one, you know, you might get confused. LeBron, Michael Jordan, I mean, whatever. Like Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter. There is only one great one, all right? He hovered around the ice in Edmonton for many years. Kevin, do guys get over 200 points nowadays in hockey? Kevin's busy, either on the bathroom or cutting traffic. The great one, Wayne Gretzky. I became a fan of the Edmonton Oilers. My mom and dad, the Gretzky jersey. One of my, oh my God, my greatest memories ever was that Gretzky jersey and that Edmonton Oiler jacket, going to that sports place in the mall to get it. Wow, the great one. His dad had a rink in their backyard, which was called the Wally Coliseum. And that's where Wayne, like, honed his skills. Kevin, what I was asking you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. It's all right. Nature calls. Does anybody in the NHL score over 200 points a season? Is that like the norm? Does anybody accomplish that on a regular basis?
Oh, no. It's only happened 4 or 5 times, and Gretzky's done all but one.
Right, okay.
Actually, correction, Gretzky's done them all.
He's done them all.
And it happened 4 times.
Wow. Okay. So we've confirmed why he is the great one. 4 Stanley Cups. I mean, the team they had, Mark Messier was like low on the food chain. I mean, you're talking about Yari Curry, Paul Coffey, Issa Tikkanen, Dave Semenko. I mean, Glenn Anderson. You go on and on. It's ridiculous the amount of talent the Oilers had. Crazy that they didn't win 8 Stanley Cups. The Islanders got to get rid of them. So the great one, his birthday.
I think the closest that anybody has come to 200 is maybe 130 in recent years, but yeah, it's not even close. Wow. I mean, the only other guy that scored even remotely close to that was Mario Lemieux, scored 199 points one year.
Oh, he did. So he almost got to 200.
He almost got there.
The great Mario Lemieux. I mean, he was a great player in himself, but I mean, Jaromir Jagr never came close. I mean, he wasn't up there, 100 and something.
He wasn't that far up there, no.
Wow. All right. Anyway, happy birthday, the great one, Wayne Gretzky, number 99. My second favorite number. All right. So Eddie Van Halen. What else can you say? I mean, this guy, he wasn't a musician. He was a master of his craft. He really was. I mean, I don't play guitar, but people that do play guitar, I mean, many of them talk like that. Eddie Van Halen was, well, you know, one of the best. It's hard to say he was the best. I mean, is anyone really the best? But Eddie Van Halen was in a league all of his own with the way he played that guitar. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you knew, when you heard a guitar on the radio, you knew that was an Eddie Van Halen song, you know, Van Halen song. Eddie was playing that. I myself was I know I shouldn't say this, was more of a fan of Van Hagar. I really liked their album. Was that 5150? Is that their album? I believe it was. Great album. The Sammy Hagar days, but Van Halen, nonetheless, a great band, and Eddie Van Halen was obviously one of the bigger reasons why they were a great band. Rest in peace, the great Eddie Van Halen. Wow, Vince Carter, a great basketball player, famous basketball player, retired, but nonetheless a great basketball player. Moving down, a lot of good famous people. Paul Newman. I didn't know he passed away. Where have I been for 13 years? Paul Newman passed away in 2008. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I probably knew that, but I forgot it. So he's really not even making these dressings, I guess.
Somebody is.
Somebody, not him though. Wow. All right. Paul Newman. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw him on the Towering Inferno. If I'm not mistaken, that's where my first introduction to the great Paul Newman was, Towering Inferno. I think. I could be wrong. All right. Wow, a lot of famous people today. Moving down the line. Let's see. We got more coming up. I'm excited. Who else we got? Oh, my God. Oh, I got to play this song. This is my... Let me circle back to this lovely lady. All right. Bessie Coleman. She was a pilot. Let me see. Let me just read about Bessie Coleman. First African-American female pilot and first African-American recipient of the International Pilot's License. She was popularly known as Queen Bess and Brave Bessie, and planned to start a school for African-American flyers. Good stuff. Cute little girl she is. I mean, she looks like she's 12 years old, flying a plane. All right, so my wife and I, we got married. There was many songs we could have chose, but the one we chose was from the great Anita Baker, and it's her birthday today. Anita Baker, 64 years old. I love her voice. I mean, there is really like no other like Anita Baker's. There's great singers, don't get me wrong, but Anita Baker, she just has that voice of her own, and I love Anita Baker. I love so many of her songs, but the one we chose in particular, I'm going to give you a little taste of it. Right. I'll play it in the background. All right, let me pull up what national day it is. You hear that voice? Oh, you can't because I'm singing over it. I know. I'm sorry. That's a beautiful song right there. That's a beautiful song. I heard it the other day. What channel was it? I think it was 106.7 or 104.7. One of the, I turned it on, the song was on. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful song. All right. What national day it is, then we'll take our 4:20 break. And to me, I love the national day. The other day, it was Peanut Butter Day. I mean, what more could you have? That's a beautiful day. Peanut Butter Day. All right. What national day is it today? Let's see. We celebrate today on January 26th, this day, National Peanut Brittle. Again, something, I love peanut brittle. I do. If my daughter wasn't allergic to peanut butter, I'd probably have peanut brittle in the house. I love it. I really love peanut brittle. I miss it. Haven't had peanut brittle in a while, but I do miss it. National Spouses Day. What a beautiful day. The spouse. And whether your spouse is a male or female, you're male or I don't care. A spouse is a spouse in a house with a mouse. All right? And wears a blouse. Maybe not. I don't know. National Spouse Day on January 26th celebrates the bond between two people and sets aside time for couples to show each other gratitude. That's beautiful. National Spouses Day. I love that. All right, what else we got? National Green Juice Day. I don't like green juice. I'm not down with green juice. I like red juice. I like orange juice. Why would I want to drink broccoli and spinach and kale? I mean, that's not my... If I'm going to drink, it's going to either be a beer or apple juice. I mean, come on now. I know, listen, I know I should be kicking healthy messages here, but green juice, just not... I like green sauce. Like I go to a Spanish restaurant, I get the green sauce, but I'm not down with green juice. Unless there's some sort of alcohol in it with a lime and a jalapeno. All right, it's National Library Shelfie Day. Whatever that is. Let's skip that. It's 4:20. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, we'll have more of the CLEM in the PM.
With local news, local traffic, and local weather, if you like local, you'll love AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Dedicated to personalized service and affordable prices, New City Pharmacy and West Nyack Pharmacy are your family-owned one-stop partners in health. Free prescription delivery, on-site compounding for you and your pet's prescription needs. Medical equipment for home health care, immunizations, and more. With top-notch service, competitive pricing, and a wide selection of general health care and household items. The local New City Pharmacy and West Nyack Pharmacy are here for you.
This is Lou Young with a new type of radio reality for the new year. Every week we'll spend 2 enlightening hours together learning to recognize the profound and permanent changes taking place all around us. Look, the planet is in full revolt and we need a plan. Climates change, species disappear, viruses rampage, and we're told our primary value is to consume and ignore. This is a wake-up call to action. The signs are everywhere and the solution is between our ears and in our hearts. Tough Times with Lou Young, Saturdays on WRCR, 1 to 3 p.m. Join us. I dare you.
This is Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan. Join me for my monthly show, Hometown Happenings. It airs the first Thursday of each month from 9:30. Take your calls. We'll have special guests and update you about what's going on downtown. So please join me, Supervisor George Homan, first Thursday of each month from 9:30 for Hometown Happenings. You'll be happy.
Now let's take a look at the road and Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. We have a good ride getting in through Dutchess County. 9G, there was a crash in Red Hook. It has been cleared northbound by Broadway. Slow pockets on 52 both ways, 84 to 9. Looks good on 84, no problems on 684. Bronx River Parkway, stall vehicle in the left turning lane in Eastchester southbound at Leewood Drive, exit 9. Hutch northbound, you've got delays from exit 4B to the Cross County. That's stop and go. Interstate Thruway is looking good, so is 95. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Raise your hand if you like burritos. Put a Taco Bell $2 beefy melt burrito in that hand. Seasoned beef with a 3-cheese blend. Put another beefy melt burrito in the other hand. You're welcome. At participating Taco Bell stores for limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax extra. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grimeyer.
Weather for tonight. Mostly clear with a low around 7 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 29. Wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. For Thursday night, a 20% chance of snow after 1 a.m., otherwise increasing clouds with the low around 21. For Friday, a 30% chance of snow, otherwise cloudy with a high near 34. For Saturday, snow likely mainly before 1 p.m., otherwise cloudy with a high near 23. And for Sunday, sunny with a high near 25 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 26.
And we are back here, 4:25. I'll be leaving the show a few minutes early tonight just so I can get my son to soccer on time. I put the GPS on, coordinates, it tells me I don't like to be late. And the coach, you know, can be thrown off his game a little bit. If people start walking in late, it just disruptive. So I'm going to play Frank Sinatra My Way at the end. It's about 4 minutes something. And that extra 4 minutes will help me out a lot to get my son soccer on time so I can teach him. Are committed to the coach's vision. And part of that is having parents, you know, are there. All right. So my wife always stands by me. Any dumb thing I've done, she's usually stood by me. You know, never, if anything, she would never like throw me out to the curb. I've often wondered what it would be like to be a Kennedy. You know, like I have a couple of customers, their last name is Kennedy. And, you know, I ask them, are you a Kennedy? They go, nah, you know, we wish. Nah, we're not Kennedys, just have the name. But I think that the Kennedys have this curse on them. I really do. And I don't know, you know, that's just on a side note, that's just my feeling about the Kennedys. That although they have money, again, I'll say it again, that's really all they have is the name, the money, the glamour. But I believe they don't have much more than that. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. apologized Tuesday for suggesting things are worse today for people today than they were for Anne Frank. You know, he's a big anti-vax guy, you know, the masks, all that stuff. And it's the second time that he has made a reference to the Holocaust during, you know, his speeches where he has tried to sow doubt and distrust about vaccines. So he did apologize for his reference to Anne Frank, especially to families that suffered the Holocaust. And my intention was to use examples of past barbarism to show the perils from new technologies of control. To the extent my remarks caused hurt, I am truly and deeply sorry. What I love, though, is his wife, who plays Larry David's wife in Curb Your Enthusiasm, Cheryl Hines. If you've ever seen her, she's a great actress on that show. And obviously, she has a mind of her own. She tweeted about 20 minutes after. She called a reference to Anne Frank reprehensible and insensitive. The atrocities that millions endured during the Holocaust should never be compared to anyone or anything. His opinions are not a reflection of my own. And I got to give her credit. You know, I mean, not only throwing her husband to the curb, which he did himself. I mean, she's just taking out the garbage. But I mean, you know, listen, it's like the Kennedys, you know, they're known for cover-ups, especially in their hometown. What's that, Kenny Bumbuck? What's the name of that, Kev? Where do they live? Kenny Bump? What is that place called?
Kenny Bunkport.
Kenny Bunkport, something like that. I knew I was close. Kenny Bunkport. I'll give Kevin a bonus. The Mariano Rivera once again. I call him, he comes in, makes the save. So Kennedy had complained about, you know, the Dr. Fauci. And listen, I got to be honest with you, it's gotten crazy. Look, let me give you another story. We know Robert Kennedy, he's a ding-dong, his wife, I love it. She stands up, she's like, I don't care if we're Kennedys or not. I got to let people know you're a ding-dong. And that's it. But I just want to say, it's like, you know, they found a couple of deer that have this new COVID, the new COVID, right? And all of a sudden, the CDC puts out this whole big thing that deer should stay 6 feet apart. And now you don't see them in herds no more. I mean, now deers are becoming sheep also. It's crazy. I seen a deer the other day. He jumped in front of my car because the mask he was wearing was covering his eyes. I mean, they're like, deers now got to wear masks. Whether you're inside or outside, you got to wear a mask. We want you 6 feet apart from other deer. Crazy. I mean, honestly, it is. It's crazy. I mean, they found a fish that had COVID. How the hell does a fish get COVID? Honestly, did someone who have COVID urinate in the lake and the fish drank it and got COVID? How does this happen? Yeah, Kev.
Yeah, I've got 2 calls for you. First, we'll go to Aaron.
Aaron, the king.
What's going on?
It's all good, brother. What's going on with you?
So, just a comment with Kennedy, no surprise with that one. Read the book, The Founding Father. The grandfather, Joe Kennedy, was an anti-Semite. I mean, he sided with Hitler, and he wanted to be ambassador. And at Roosevelt when he was not the ambassador appointed to Great Britain. So it's a known fact that he was a big anti-Semite. So no surprise with Kennedy. Those comments with Anne Frank and being sensitive about the Holocaust. So she shouldn't have tweeted. She should have left him, but he's got too much money. So anyway.
Thank you, brother. I
You
appreciate
might have
you.
money too on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No doubt. I love that show. You watch that?
Great show.
I
Great
love
show.
it. I love
Very
that show. I
great.
love it. I love it. All right, listen. Thank you for the call.
And I love JB. I love JB Smooth on that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All the love.
Right, you see that? And that commercial, Caesar, we need a name for you.
I know. I love that. I love those Caesar commercials. I love.
Right.
I love those
Now-
Caesar commercials. Caesar. All right. All the love, brother. Who else is hanging on there patiently?
We've got Sally.
Sally, Mustang Sally.
How are you, Peter?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm okay. Keep them warm.
That's good. That's good. It's supposed to warm up next week, obviously after the snow, but we're one day closer to spring.
Right.
What's going on?
Wanted to clear the record. Kennedys are from Hyannisport.
What's Kennebunkport?
Cape Cod.
What's Kennebunkport? Is that like whatever it's called? What is that? Is that like where they're?
Bunkport.
Yeah.
Bunkport, town on the coast of, and that's Bush territory.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Thank you. Thank you. So you know what? I got to withdraw this, Kev. Sorry, I got to take this back. Sally, thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
I'll see you later. Kev, you know I love you, brother. All just a shtick, man. All right.
It's all good.
It's all good. Listen, Sally, thank you for just being part of it. This is what we do. We're just here having laughs. It's all good. All right. And we're not really listen. I'm not gonna say we're not taking nothing seriously because we talked before about suicide. That's as serious as life can get. My buddy Warren Radovich in school, junior high school, blew his brains out with a shotgun. I mean, that really stuck with me, man. We weren't great friends. I mean, but just stuck with me. Like that was the first time I was introduced to suicide. Like really, like this dude blew his brains out, man. He just crazy. So when people can't say, "Oh, you don't talk about anything serious," Sally, not Mustang Sally, program director Sally. Thank you. I'm gonna donate a love dedication to program director Sally, I think, for only $25, right? I mean, 20 words or less. I can figure something. And get yours in, not by the 13th. That's way too past the deadline. Get it in by the 10th so they have time to add it on to the agenda, okay? Reach out to sales@wrcr.com. Say, I want to find out about this Valentine's message, this love. What is it called? Seal the love? Secure the love? What is this called? I know I got it somewhere here. Anyway, just you know what to do. You reach out to sales@wrcr.com. Facebook is on top of us. They don't like the music. That's why they squashed us again. You're gonna have to jump over to YouTube. All I did was play a little LA Woman, and that's it. That's it. They stopped the show because I played LA Woman.
So I guess you can say Facebook shut the doors on that one.
You're back on track, buddy. Good job.
All right.
Thank you.
I've got Franny on the line.
Franny!
Hey, Clem, how you doing?
Franny, I'm doing
I
good.
wanted to say hi. Good. And I wanted to let Mustang Sally know that I'm coming along. I am.
Good.
Day by day, coming along. Oh, here's Laverne, yeah.
Laverne, I love it. Laverne, the Laverne and Shirley of Clemville.
Here's Shirley. Laverne says hello.
Tell her
I'm
I said
going
hi.
over now to Jamon. She said, I am going to Jamon's to get COVID, the Clark's have COVID.
You going there to get COVID?
And the rapid test.
Wait. What do you mean you're going there to get COVID?
Yeah. No. Okay, I'm going over to Demons Road.
Right.
They're giving out COVID tests.
Oh, yeah.
And they're giving
I got
out.
you. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
The man,
I heard you say I'm going there to get COVID, and then all of a sudden it cut out.
Oh,
so I was like, well, who does that? Like, who in their right mind does that? All right, cool.
Right. No, I don't even like to do when I have to do the COVID test.
I know. Honestly, it brings me back to the days of when they took your temperature rectally. I think I'd rather go back to those days than sticking that stick into my brain. Honestly, I hate that COVID test.
Right.
Hey, Franny?
Yeah.
Well, Aaron just called back real quick and said that they're out of masks and tests.
Oh, wow.
Supposedly they've been out for a while. Aaron's
wife, yeah. His better half, she's part of, she would probably know. But, yeah, I mean, if you want to take a ride over there, why don't you call first?
I don't know the number.
867.
And I'm in the car wait.
Kev, you know the number?
I don't have no paper, pen. No, it's all right because Biden is supposed to send ones too. So it's okay, but it's supposed to be up until 6 tonight.
Yeah, they ran out, though. They ran out. Yeah, that's what Kevin says. That Aaron told them. Sorry, Franny.
Oh, all right. Tell Aaron and his wife thanks. Okay, then I won't even bother going then.
All right, rest.
You're not gonna waste
relax. You need to relax anyway. You're up and moving too much. You got to relax.
I know. I can't stand it.
I know. All right, listen.
Oh, you want me to tell you funny?
Yeah, tell me something funny.
Okay, now laugh at this.
All right.
Okay. You had said, how did the fish get COVID?
Yeah.
He kissed another fish. Nothing funny.
Franny, I love you. I'm glad you're laughing. I'm glad you're feeling better.
I know it was bad.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I'll admit I gave you the laugh, sympathy laugh, but it's all right. Listen, I love you. Feel better, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, talk tomorrow.
Laverne and Shirley,
okay,
yes,
bye-bye.
that's the Laverne right there, and Shirley. Wow, who's Lenny and Squiggy? Lenny and Squiggy. That was a great show, Laverne and Shirley. I really love that show. Ooh, I'm scared to open this thing. I'm expecting an estimate for something I want to do at the house. I'm scared to open it. I really don't want to know how much it could possibly cost. Put myself in a deeper hole. Like I want 5 years of interest-free financing for 5 years. Pay off your whatever room they call it. Blah, 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 blah. And do this. Yeah, no, I see that. I see that. All right. Anyway. Franny's doing good. I'm doing. Bro, how does a fish get COVID? They kiss each other? I don't know. How does a deer get COVID? I mean, it's us paying back deers for Lyme disease. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here, you give me Lyme disease, I give you COVID. Take that. I'm going to go sneezing in the wilderness right now. Give all the deer COVID. They want to mess with me. How dare they? All right, so it's 4:40. We'll come back. I'll do a little, and then I'm going to play my way because I'll be hitting the highway. And tomorrow, God willing, I'll be back at 3. And will tomorrow be the day that we play this great game? I don't know. Kathy says on Facebook the lines are very long. She read on Facebook, but Aaron says they ran out of stuff. Why would the lines be long if they have nothing? You would think they would tell the people standing in the cold, we have nothing. We've sold out. We've given everything away. Go home. Don't stand in the cold. I don't know. What do I know?
Don't know much.
Wilbur, I love you, buddy. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Pull up a chair or a cubicle and spend some time with us. We're AM 1700 WRCR and WRCR.com.
Be sure to listen to the Business and Market Update with Ken Mahoney of Mahoney Asset Management every Monday through Friday morning at 8:30 here on WRCR. Catch Ken's incisive commentary on business and market trends during the upcoming trading day. And you can have your business-related question answered directly by Ken Mahoney. Just submit it to the Mahoney mailbag. Go to the website at MahoneyGPS.com, enter your question or comment, and it will be answered directly by Ken. On the radio every Monday through Friday morning at 8:30, right here on WRCR, AM 1700, Radio Unscripted, or WRCR.com.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians and crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
I'm Tina Traster, editor and publisher of Rockland Journal. The needs to local journalism is critical. RCBizJournal.com is 24/7 digital news covering local news stories about the economy, retail, real estate, local entrepreneurs, and sign up for our professional business directory. Check out our commercial real estate. We deliver in-depth analysis every Monday at 9:15 with Jeff and Will on the morning show. It's RCBizJournal.com to receive our free daily newsletter.
Are you self-motivated, creative, and persistent? WRCR is seeking sales account executives to help bring in new clients and create successful radio campaigns and digital promotions on a commission-only basis with excellent earning potential. If you're interested in joining our sales team, please email me, Kerry, Kerry, at WRCR.com. And hey, college students, this is a great opportunity to gain sales experience in the exciting world of radio.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
On the Bronx-River Parkway southbound, there's a stalled vehicle at Lee Drive, exit 9 in Eastchester, blocking the left turning lane. Cross County is still stopping westbound into the Sawmill, exit 3. The Hutchinson River Parkway is delayed northbound, exit 4B to the Cross County, and a 5-minute delay from North Avenue to Mamaroneck Avenue. Southbound from Mamaroneck Road, Wilmot Road, traffic is slow. New York State Thruway is still good. At a delay building, northbound on the New York State Thruway, exit 11 to 13 is slow. 84 still in good shape, 52 slow in pockets both ways through Hill from 84 to 9. This report sponsored by Macy's. It's Macy's Big Home Sale. Stock up on fresh sheets and bedding from Charter Club to mass designs or shop specials like air fryers and more. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase of gift card service. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Kremeyer.
Weather. For tonight, mostly clear with a low around 7 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 29. Wind chill values between 5 and 15 degrees. For Thursday night, a 20% chance of snow after 1 a.m., otherwise increasing clouds with the low around 21. For Friday, a 30% chance of snow, otherwise cloudy with a high near 34. For Saturday, snow likely mainly before 1 p.m., otherwise cloudy with a high near 23. And for Sunday, sunny with a high near 25 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 26.
All righty, we are back. I can't talk into the microphone. Fist away. All right, thank you. All righty, so let me just...
Clem, real quick. So I guess they were doing a giveaway of the test kits and the masks over at Jermon's Park. And I guess Aaron is saying that they've run out. So if you're in line waiting for these kits and masks, they may have run out already. It did say it was first come, first serve while supplies last.
All right, wait. Listen up. Okay. Update, Clarkstown had originally ran out of supplies Now they have more supplies. The lines are long. The traffic is bad. Franny, when you get there, just tell them you know CLEM, okay? See where that gets you. All right, I would head over there now because they have supplies. If you need them, go on over. All right, I wanted to call Roxanne's show today. I wanted to ask her opinion. She doesn't have a political show, but I wanted to see what she thought about this. Obviously, she's an advocate for organ donation. February's heart, transplant month. And, there is obviously some heated discussion, feelings, angst, whether or not we should be wearing masks, get the shot, not the shot, I don't want the shot, it's my body, this, that, whatever. So a father of two, DJ Ferguson, 31, who is suffering with a bad heart. He's gravely ill. He was just recently taken off the heart transplant list by Boston Hospital because he doesn't believe in the COVID vaccine. He doesn't want to get it. So his father says, my son has gone to the edge of death to stick to his guns, and he's been pushed to the limit. That's why I respect him even more, because he's willing to die for his beliefs. But the hospital says, listen, most hospitals do this stuff. If you don't get the COVID, there's a list of other things that could also eliminate you. And the reason why is because all transplant recipients, the reason why they need to get the vaccine is in order to create both the best chance for a successful operation and also the patient's survival after transplantation. So what they're saying is, when you get this done, your body system for fighting off any cold, flu, COVID is dramatically decreased because your immune system is just, it's not where it's supposed to be. And the doctors say that, your immune system is basically off, when you get a new organ. So the flu, the cold, the COVID, anything could kill you. So we have to make sure that you're prepared the fuller. You have the best defense against these things. And basically what they're saying is, why would we give something that's so scarce as an organ, a heart, give it to somebody who has a poor chance of living when others who are vaccinated have a better chance post-surgery of surviving? Makes sense. Makes sense, right? I mean, really. But again, this goes, it has like a little bit of political feel for it, because although I believe in science, and I personally believe vaccines are better for you, I'm just concerned about this one. I know everybody came together and it was a joint effort, nations and pooling in money and all this other stuff. But I myself am concerned. I'm wondering if I'm going to grow a bobblehead in like 5 years from now. All of a sudden, we're all going to be walking around. He got the shot. She got the shot. He got the shot. He got the shot. She got, because we're all going to have bobblehead, like bouncing around, 14-foot neck. What's going to happen to us? I mean, who knows? I don't know. What do you know? I don't know much. So, I mean, I wanted to ask Roxanne what she thought. Like, does she think this guy should get the heart transplant? Or does she feel as she knows? She's had it done. She was on the list. She understood, the requirements, the qualifications, what she had to do. If you have untreated psychological disorders like bipolar, schizophrenia, that could prevent the patient from properly caring for themselves after a transplant, you could get knocked off the list. If you have a high risk of abusing alcohol after the transplant, knocked off the list. If you're an active cigarette smoker within 6 months of the prospective transplant, off the list. You have substance abuse, off the list. You're obese, off the list. Cancer in the last 5 years, except whatever, except melanoma. They have requirements. So again, when it comes down to rules, not that I've always followed them, because that would be a lie. I usually bend them, till they work for me. But a hospital has rules. If I had 2 kids and the choice was dying and letting my kids, like grandpa and mom can tell the kids, your dad, he died a hero, a martyr. He really believed in, freedom of speech and freedom of body, and he didn't want to get that shot. So his heart, they killed him. Basically, the hospital killed him. The government killed him. The United States of America killed him. Yeah, you could tell that story forever. But wouldn't you like to just say, kid, you know what? My belief, I don't know. That'd be tough. How could you tell your kid that you didn't go with your belief? It's hard. I mean, maybe you should just sit there and riddle away. And at least your kids know that, Dad stood for something he believed in. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of caught. I hear the hospitals, what they're saying, but I also hear what this guy's saying. He's got a belief. I had a belief, too. I had a belief that I wasn't going to get the vaccine. Until they told me that I couldn't go see the Psychedelic Furs, Pat Benatar, Billy Joel next year. I mean, then I had to give in. Listen, obviously my values are a lot less when it comes to the shot. I don't know. I just felt like I want to go on with life. I just want to live my life. I don't want to take a shot. Like, if I want a shot, I'll take the shot. If I don't want a shot, I don't take the shot. It's as simple as that. Like, I want to do drugs, I do them. I don't want to do drugs, I don't do them. That's like, I want to drive drunk, I'll do it. I don't want to drive drunk, I don't do it. I mean, we make choices, and there should be a choice. I think so. I mean, I agree. I think it should. Even though I took it, I think it should be a choice. And I don't think people should be fired from their jobs. I don't think he should not get the heart. I don't know. It makes kind of sense. I mean, what are the chances, though, because he didn't get the shot, that he's going to die? I mean, that he's going to get COVID. I mean, really? I mean, how do they even, how do they know he'll even get sick? They're just saying that he possibly could. And based on possibilities, it may never happen. This guy should get the heart, right? I don't know. All right, listen, I know this. I'm coming to the end of my time. I'm going to play my way and hit the highway. We're over the hump officially. The rest of the night is yours to enjoy. Whether you want to have it in front of a fire, in front of the TV, in front of a mirror lifting some weights, go do some work in your office, whatever it is. Have a lovely remainder of the evening. And remember, we started off today talking about the gentleman took his life with, suicide, the voice of Charlie Brown. And I just want to know what we could do as humans out there. We could try to cheer people up. We could try to give them a reason to live. We could give them words of encouragement that might change their state of mind enough to give them another day. And that extra day might give them another week, another month, another year. So, yes, Kathy agrees with him. She's the queen. She's the queen of YouTube. Remember, like our Facebook page. How many of you are on Facebook that haven't liked our page? Look in the mirror and say, why? Why have you not liked our page? I mean, even if you're not a caller in or you don't play the games, you should still like our Facebook page. Show us support. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You don't ever have to go on there. But it's better for us. It helps move the ball forward. Right? So subscribe to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, like our Facebook page, both at CLEM in the PM. Look for the pink CLEM minivan. All right, it's out on the road. It's cruising around. People taking pictures. I haven't posted. People are a little dumb. They post pictures that they put on their Facebook page, but that's okay. I'm gonna make that work somehow, somewhere. They're gonna have to tag the show, but I'll make that work. Look for the pink minivan and get in on your chance to win $100 cash, which we'll be doing monthly giveaways. All right, Facebook. Once we get the momentum from the advertisers, I know restaurants, it's a great opportunity, for restaurants to jump on board and get business. We assure them customers. Why? Because if they give us gift certificates and we give them out, people are going to go to the restaurant. And just be cognizant of that. When you get a gift card, $25, like I could see some of you are like just being so cheap. You go to a restaurant, you're looking on the menu, all right, this is $8. That's $13. That's $21 plus tax. It's $24.94. Good. I got this $25 gift card. That's a clown move right there, honestly. It really is. It's a clown move. You should take that gift card and spend $75, $100, $50, whatever it is, and take off $25. I mean, we're all helping each other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I am gracious enough to give a lot of these things away. Some of these restaurants throw them in, some I purchase. So you got to do your part. You don't go to a restaurant and order $28, $33 and say, here's a $25 gift card. It's embarrassing. It makes us all look bad. All right, so if you're going to play those games, be cognizant of what you got to do. You got to take the family out for a nice dinner. Bill's $142. You go, here's $25 off. I got this card from the CLEM and the PM, WRCR, AM 1700, you know. They talk a lot about your restaurant. That's what makes the world go round. All right, Clemaniacs, with that said,